Hello, it's your friendly neighborhood Beth again. I was feeling drawn to do a how to be a better friend spread, and also being drawn to this mystical manga deck. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because it's colorful or the cards are very detailed, but whenever I do something like friendship or even like relationship based, I'm always drawn to this deck. For a split second, I was drawn to my black tarot deck, but when I interviewed it, that deck is more for creativity. Not that I can't use it for anything else, I just would prefer to use a deck that's going to specialize for what I'm reading for, if that makes any sense. I'm sorry, I shuffle stuff around a lot. When I re-listen to stuff, you hear all this clanking and the shuffling. It's because I don't know why I feel the need to move stuff around at my desk while I talk. I think it's like a nervous habit, even though I'm not nervous, so I don't really know what it is, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm the type of person who has to fill the void with something, so if I'm just sitting here not doing anything, I just get fidgety. I have to move stuff around. So anyway, I'm using the Mystical Tarot deck, and I wanted to how to be a better friend for a very specific friend who I do communicate with a lot. And I don't know, lately especially, I feel like I've been unfair in that relationship. Because I do get mad a lot. And I realize a good chunk of it is me not communicating everything. But I also don't want to be like a petty bitch, and every time something bothers me, that really bothers me, you have to stop doing that. I don't want to be dumb. There's some stuff I do realize I kind of feel like I need to get over. I have to deal with that myself and not put those then negative, emotions onto my friend, because they don't deserve that. Because I think most of the time, they're not being, rude or whatever, but, something about it rubs me the wrong way and it makes me angry. But they don't realize it makes me mad. And maybe that wasn't even their intention, because we're online friends, so we only, text or DM. So, it's sometimes hard to know the exact tone. Anyways, that being said, I kind of know some things I should fix, but it's more, I don't know, I'm a very, technical, a detailed person. I want more info on, how exactly can I fix that? Or is there any better advice on how to do better? I don't know, because sometimes all it takes is a different perspective, and then suddenly it clicks, and I'm like, oh, I know how to change now, when it should have been obvious to me before, but for some reason the other perspective wasn't clear to me. So anyway, I found this spread online, and I didn't even check who made it, so I apologize. But it's a 6-card spread, kind of goes in an oval shape. So I'm gonna shuffle real quick. Do my 4-card shuffle here. Oh, I almost dropped half the deck. That's cool. Oh, one just flew out. We got the Chariot. I lost count. I meant to only shuffle that 4 times. Okay, so the Chariot is first. Next we have the Knight of Cups, upright. Then we have Ace of Cups, upright. Then we have the 3 of Wands, also upright. Then the Moon in reverse, which this may not be super relevant, but I really identify with the Moon card. Whenever I read it, I'm just being lost in fantasies and illusion and drowning in anxiety. That's me. So anyways, again, don't know if that's relevant, but it's in reverse. And lastly, we have the 3 of Cups, the card that always looks like girls' night out to me. And just for funsies, oh, the bottom deck is the 3 of Swords. That's comforting. I hate when I get this card. I just got a new deck someone had gifted to me, it was pre-used, and I was trying to clear energy out of it. and the Three of Swords came up like twice or thrice when I was shuffling. Like, I just saw it peeking out of the deck. I'm like, why does this card keep popping up? I haven't had any, like, I don't know, big grief, like, blow come to me lately, but, kind of hoping it doesn't come, but that card keeps showing itself to me, so I'm a little worried, if we're being honest. Okay, so the first card, the Chariot. Why am I feeling drawn to be a better friend? Oh, hang on, I gotta think about this. Okay, so I don't know why this is standing out to me, but the funny thing about the Chariot is that it has two horses, which just to me speaks of like, oh, there's the friendship, there's the two of us, which then is weird because it's like, who's holding the reins if we're the horses? But this is upright, and I know the Chariot is supposed to be like, this is the technical side of my brain talking and not the intuitive side. Like, this is a good, like a, not exactly a lucky card, but you know, like you're in control, you're holding both the reins, and both these horses kind of feel like they want to go different directions, but you can like pull it in and keep them going right where you want it to, like control. So you're very empowered in this moment. Things are going well for you. It's a very strong card to me. So this is why am I feeling drawn to be a better friend? Hang on. I was getting like strength, like maybe like I'm growing as a person and being stronger. And in the control part, I'd like to also think that's me trying to get more control over myself. Like, I want to hold the reins on both of my wild horses. The one that wants to veer off into me being angry, and the rational side that's like, no, stop raging. They're not even being mean. You need to chill the frick out. You know what I mean? So, just to be a little more level, because sometimes I do feel like I let this chaotic horse pull me into the land of rage. But I'm like passive aggressive, so you might not know I'm angry, but like I am super pissed. And like I don't know. And this really is what I need to work on. Like, I can be really petty and like the person I DM, like I'll deactivate notifications so I don't see them talking to me anymore for a couple of days because I just get so mad. I'm like, I don't want to look at you for the next 24 hours at the very least, you know. So I just want to be better about that. Like, I have, again, if I post my other miniature reading thing where I explain escapism is kind of my way to get away. Instead of like facing whatever problem I have, instead of grabbing the reins and controlling the situation or myself, I get mad and I run away, or I get sad, I run away. You know, I don't ever really fix anything, but I have been trying to be better about that. And then next we have something to do to show others I care, which is the Knight of Cups. So, from my recollection, he's the romantic, blinded by love sort of character. Like, he's very whimsical, got his head in the clouds, he's a dreamy dude, because he's all emotional and crap. And in this card, he's even staring at his cup of water, like, thoughtfully. And his horse is standing behind him like, bro, what are you doing? We have, like, a job to do, and he's so distracted. I don't know, something to do to do that to show that others that I care makes me just think maybe be a little more emotional, because I know I can come off kind of guarded. I don't want to say I'm an overly logical person. That's definitely a persona I tried to take on years ago. But then, you know, I get to know people who are logical intellectuals and they're all assholes, and I don't want to be like that. But I think part of that version of me still is there. So maybe to get more in tune with my emotional self, to empathize more with people's feelings in the time, and not really take things to heart and just realize, oh, maybe they're going through XYZ and I need to just, mind my own business right now. Weirdly, I don't know why this popped in my head. I feel like I'm the horse in the background, because it's like a big black horse. You just see its head and it's kind of leaning over the shoulder of this knight. Because sometimes I feel like my friend is the emotional one, and I'm usually this stoic, agitated person. But right here, the horse is very calm, and like, just being there for the person, being there for the knight. I don't know. I'd like to be more confident in my readings right now, but I'm still new. If it's not clear enough already. Sometimes I do things and I'm like, I don't know if that was correct, but oh well, it's my way now. And so 3 is, what can I do to improve my communication? Which is the Ace of Cups. Which is again, oh my gosh, I have the hiccups again. This is so stupid. The Ace of Cups. What can I do to improve my communication? I'm just getting be more in tune with my emotions. I just feel like it's weird that I got the Knight of Cups and then the Ace of Cups, like 2 in a row. They're both very blue cards too, very calm, serene. Like the energy just flows and things aren't being disrupted by anger or whatever. It's just like, I'm just gonna let that flow past me, and I'm not gonna, let the negative side of me take control. I need to be more like water and let my emotions just slip away, and not like ignore my emotions, but in some cases, again, I feel like I'm overreacting, and so I need to like let things go and not be mad. I don't need to be the one to have the last say or whatever. This isn't a competition. I need to chill. So that's kind of the message I feel like I'm getting. And then 4, something I should try to... Wait, hang on. Something I should try to have more patience for. Okay, sorry, the wording was throwing me off. And I got the 3 of Wands, which is creativity, spirituality. Oh, this is the one where you're supposed to be like, you completed some project and you're supposed to be getting good news soon, or like feedback soon about it, and the guy's standing there with his back to me, the viewer, if you will, and he's staring out at this beautiful sunset at the ocean, and it just looks like he's waiting. So, which that's funny, something I should have more patience for. Again, all of these seem very relaxed to me. Even in the Chariot, the guy in this beautiful Chariot, he's in control, he's relaxed, his eyes are closed. Everything just seems to be in its place. Maybe it's just like you need to be more patient with the people around you. Like, instead of snapping into action and saying some, I don't know. Sometimes I can have a mean streak, and I try not to, but I snap back at people. It is kind of it's a bit of a defense mechanism, because I feel like if I don't snap back at people sometimes, that's when people walk all over you. But then I feel like there's also that fine line of, this is your friend, and you know them, and you need to just, I don't know, have a little more grace there. Especially when, at the core, my friend, they're not a bad person. They're so nice, and I feel like they have a lot of patience with me, more than they probably should. And so I should extend that same grace to them. and understand that we're both human and sometimes we're having bad days. Maybe we shouldn't be chatting, and maybe that's just what I should say is like, I feel like we're both in bad moods and we just shouldn't be here right now, so let's come back in a few days and we'll talk then, you know? So maybe that's what it is. Taking a step back, doing my own thing, and wait for them to come back, or wait to give them a response. I don't know, something like that. And so then 5 is the moon in reverse. 5, I feel like I said that weird, sorry. Future me is going to be listening and be like, wow, you sound stupid. What else is new? How to effectively support those I care about. So, basically, don't be the moon card. Because I feel like I can't stop myself from sinking into these anxious lows, or these, like, Again, if you listen to my first Void Talk, which I highly recommend that you do not, I really do think I was in a mood when I recorded a lot of those. I was feeling a little melodramatic. And I wasn't, like, depressed or anything, but I definitely was just, like, feeling kind of down about stuff. And I obviously, I feel better now. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes I'm just melodramatic, and I know I shouldn't be. But sometimes it just kicks in, and I can't help it. Or maybe I can, and I just need to be more conscious of it. But the moon does talk about, like, I think it was something about, like, you can sink under the waters, like you're anchored down, and something could be dragging you down, so being a better friend could be me helping pull my friend out of those waters. Because I feel like she's done that for me plenty of times too, so I need to be kinder about that. Because I know sometimes this is going to sound so harsh, but sometimes I'm like, wow, I really don't care. And I don't want to not care. But sometimes, I don't know, I've had so many people pull the pity card on me in the past that I feel like whenever someone's going through something, my brain is immediately like, they're pulling a pity card. They just want you to feel bad for them and, like, pat them on the head. Ooh, everything's gonna be okay, it's fine. And they're always gonna come to you when they're sad. They're gonna become the anchor on my own ankle. I'm like, get the frick away from me and quit trying to pull the pity card. And that sounds really nasty, but I don't know. I hate people trying to, like, I don't know. Because sometimes it's a bad situation, but then they make it worse than it is. And I hate people toying with my compassion. Because if I give it wholeheartedly. Because I'm a loyal and caring person, you know, so, and that's if you can, you know, get past my layers. If you really know me really well, chances are I'm going to give my all to you. And if you're feeling sad, I want to be there. But if it becomes something where it's this weird pattern of you just feel a little bit bad and you want me to be there to, like, pick you up all the time, to me that's the pity card. Oh, feel bad for me, I'm so bad at this, I never do a good job and everything's sad and everything's going bad for me. I don't know. I know for some people that can be, like, genuine, but then there's other people who definitely, like, they just want to string me along and, like, drain me dry. And that's exhausting. But again, I don't feel like that's how my friend is. We've known each other a long time. So I do need to let some of that thought process go with her. Because, I don't know, I just don't feel like she would do that intentionally to me. So I need to be there to pick her up when she is down, if I can. Or at least be some kind of support until she can get herself out. Because again, I feel like she's done the same for me many times. So, being more compassionate in general, I think I do need to work on that. Because again, I can do that, but I do have that wall up of, I don't want to be taken advantage of. And even with people I know really well, I still struggle with putting that wall down. So, number 6 is, how can I learn to be more present when I'm with my friends? And it's funny, I got the 3 of Cups that, to me it's always the girls' night out, the party card, they're all celebrating, that's getting together with friends, having a good time, relying on your friends. To me, again, it's just how to be more present. I don't know, it feels really straightforward. Live in the moment. Go hang out with your friends, do things together. I don't know, like celebrate with other people. Which I guess could be true. I spend a lot of time alone because I like being alone, but... Oh, I recently went to that Fandemonium I was telling you all about before. And this applies to the card because I'm like talking of getting out and meeting people. Weirdly, I wasn't overly nervous. Like, I definitely was a little bit because I've never done that before. This is my first sort of con I've ever gone to. But I loved seeing people. And, like, I don't know how to explain it, but even people just coming up, people wouldn't buy my art, but they would flip through it and then be like, wow, I really like your style. It sounds dumb, but that meant so much to me. And so that I can see that with the Three of Cups, like being with other people and getting like good feedback like that, like people who are close to you, to be like, no, I really like what you're doing. You're doing a great job, and you know, I support you. So that could be fulfilling. So to be more present when I'm with my friends is to, I don't know, it just seems so straightforward. How to be more present with my friends? Live in the present. Like, go do things. Be with them and just live in that moment. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe that, but that's what I'm getting. So, I guess that's it. Thanks for listening.